Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales in Southern California. That gentleman out there is
Matt Metris in rainy Rochester.
yeah, rainy. Yeah, we're sweltering here. It's close to 80. What is it? 80, 83, something like that today. Oh well, it's
Sounds like perfect weather to have a margarita in a can, Mike.
It just so happens, that's a great segue, by the way. It just so happens that Matt and I are going to dissect some RTDs, ready to drinks. This is a new one on the market. You folks may have seen it already. It's called SipMargs. Kind of catchy on the branding. Lately we've had some really interesting branding for these RTDs. This is the standard can that we're getting, but this one. I guess all the information that we need is on the can. But here's what we're going to do. This is classic margarita. So obviously it's we're going to sip some of it at room temp because it gives us a chance to dissect some of these recipes. And then we're going to pause and we're going to come back and we're going to taste it cold as you would from your cooler, right? From your ice chest, from your fridge. And then we'll decide. We'll give you the ins and outs after that. So I'm gonna, as you can see, we've just gotten these not too long ago. I'm gonna open mine up right now, away from my keyboard.
Yeah. Oh, good call.
Yeah, I did one of these with Eric, and even way out here, I got.
I still just got a little bit.
Yeah, I got it on my keyboard. It's like, oh man,
I never recovered from that mezcal I got in my mouth.
Oh, really? We're going to pour ours in a rocks glass because that helps us to demonstrate what this is going to look like. Oh, nice bubbles.
Yeah.
I'm using
fancy glasses I got in Guadalajara.
Yeah, look at you, all that blown glass with the blue rim.
They were like 40 cents.
Yeah, I'm using my Los Angeles Dodgers rocks glass that I got.
Won't hold that against you.
Yeah, because I am a Dodger fan. So anyway, let me put this down, and we're just gonna nose it and smell it and take a look at it. It's an off color. It's not, it's murky. It looks like a margarita. So, oh wow, holy cow! Woo!
Smells like a margarita.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah. A lot of sweetness right up front.
A lot of lime too. A lot of
like my first thought was like Sprite or 7-Up. Like it's got lemon,
or like what's the other ingredient that I don't want to, not Cointreau, but it's an orange liqueur.
Yeah,
triple sec. That's what I smell.
Yeah.
Wow, that's all one-sided. And again, this is at room temperature, folks, so it's it's going to smell a little bit different.
Yeah, a lot of lime and orange. That's what I got.
That's it, all one-sided. So let's dive in and see what we get.
Get a lot of lime and orange, Mike.
Well, it's tart.
Yeah, you don't really taste alcohol. I don't really taste any sort of tequila flavor.
I don't either. I even get a little bit of salt. Is it just?
Yeah, I can see that. Well, yeah. It reminds me almost of like a Goza beer. The salty sea salt coriander beers.
Yeah.
Kind of saltiness,
or like a brininess. But this would be salt, not brine. Because if it had brine in it, there's something different. It's like you don't want pickle juice in here. So
yeah, I need to reset my margarita expectations too, because at home I use the Tommy's recipe, which has a substantial amount of alcohol.
Well, yeah, and that bar is way up here.
Yeah, these are 5%, so it's not supposed to be punch you in the face tequila.
Yeah, it's not. It's more like tailgating and more like for barbecues or people who want to drink light. I mean. During pandemic is when the RTDs just exploded, because you had one spectrum of the audience, the demographics, buying up all the premium and super premium tequilas and everything else, and then you had the other spectrum where people didn't want to spend that kind of money because they weren't making a whole lot, but they still wanted something, and still have their faculties about them. So the RTD, we started seeing an influx, Matt and I, and lots of the other TJs. We were seeing them like right at the tail end of 2019, they were starting to come out. There's some really great recipes. I think Volley was really good at the time. And then during pandemic, everybody was slapping a label on a ranch water.
Yep.
And submitting to us. So, although oddly in 2021, we didn't have a whole lot of them, but 2022, this year, we're seeing a bunch of them again. I mean,
I think that the White Claw craze just took over, right?
Yeah, well,
comes after that,
White Claw, White Claw's taking a dive because these companies are taking a bite out of that one, it reminds me of you're old enough to remember Zima, don't you?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Zima craze. Remember that, the malt liquor?
I came of age during the Smirnoff Ice era.
You got iced.
Zima was a little bit before my time.
Well, it's the same. It's
same
really,
stuff. Yeah,
it's the same stuff, just a different generation.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, what are we thinking? I will say, I don't know if it's me, but I'm smelling something solvent or metallic. Or am I wrong? Or is that just the triple sec that maybe I'm?
Maybe the triple sec. I'm not smelling that specifically.
And as it opens up in my glass, again, we're at room temperature right now. The nose is really becoming a lot more pleasant. Again, you're not going to taste this off the bat at room temp, but remember, some people don't finish all their stuff. Some people are going to let it sit
out in the sun. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna get warm. So what's it gonna taste like when it's warm? This is it. So here it is. All right. I'm going to pause the video. I'm gonna go grab my cold one, and Matt's got his little cooler.
I was getting ready to freeze frame.
Magic. We're gonna freeze frame. Hang on. I want to make sure that I hit the right button. I'll be right back, folks. Here it is, folks. The cold one. The cold SipMargs, the same classic margarita. Okay. And do they give us the recipes, or do they give us what's in? Because it's really minimal information.
Yeah, I don't think we have the recipes other than in tequila with triple sec, natural lime flavor, and sparkling water.
That's what I smell, the triple sec. Okay, it's 5%. It's 130 calories, folks. Okay. So it's not technically your skinny margarita. It does say gluten-free. Canned by Just Good Dudes in Milford, PA. Okay. And because there is no known number, we're going to assume we're going to err on the side of caution and say they're probably using mixto tequila instead of 100% agave, because that's not on the label. So here we go. I'm going to open mine.
Oh, mine way down here below
way
the
over. Yeah.
Although that's where my microphone preamp is.
Just missed my keyboard. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to pour it again in my LA Dodgers rocks glass. For those of you listening on Spotify, thank you, and iTunes. Yeah, this is really cold. Holy cow. Okay.
Smells similar to me.
Yes, very similar. Same kind of nose. Maybe the triple sec is a little bit more, everything's muted a little bit because it is cold. Still pretty strong. It smells as if there was more alcohol in it than it really does.
Yeah.
So it's ingredient forward. I say we dive in.
I already started.
You already did? Okay.
Definitely more tart, colder, I think, than it was at room temp. A lot more effervescence to it.
Yes.
And mouthfeel as well.
It is refreshing though. I will say it tastes really good cold. I mean, as we've dissected a lot of these, we've discovered that some of the recipes just don't translate when they get warm, and they should be only imbibed when they're cold.
They put this away fast enough though that it won't be a problem. right? You won't have an opportunity.
Well, yeah, you don't want to pound the 12 ouncer. You know what I mean? You want to drink this.
Maybe you do. I don't.
Well, I wouldn't, because that's 130 calories per can. All right, and that's before you've had your barbecue. So I don't see a problem with this. This is actually, yeah, I think you could dress it up. I suppose you could add a little bit more. I think that the ingredients are so ingredient forward that it would probably stand to get another shot of tequila in it if you want.
Add some more tequila, salt the rim a little bit,
Yeah. But the effervescence, very refreshing, very, very. I think this recipe translates much better when it's cold.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it over ice too, just to see how keep it cold for a while. Give you that margarita mouthfeel too.
Well, is it gonna? Here's my question:
Is it gonna dilute? I don't know. Yeah,
would it dilute? Because
if you add extra tequila, then you balance it out.
Aha! Speaking like a true bartender.
You hack the system. Yeah, it might dilute if you added ice, but I like rocks in my margarita, right? Like I like the clinky, I like the salt, I like the full experience. And I think you could achieve that. And by adding extra tequila, you can get net zero on the alcohol.
There you go. Well, there you go. I'm okay with this. I think the original recipe is a solid margarita recipe. So I'm unless you've got an objection, I'm going to say brand of promise nominee in that and this is a mixto category, folks. So we're gonna throw them in. They never sent us anything as far as information. So we're on the website.
That little card.
Yeah, it says we're excited to share SipMargs with you, a bold, great tasting margarita in the convenience of a can. Not another zero flavor hard seltzer. We hope you love them just as much as we do. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Cheers, your friends at SipMargs, which we found out is canned by just good dudes.
Good dudes. The only other real info on the website about the classic margarita is with bright, vibrant citrus flavor. Marg's classic sparkling margarita is equally tart and sweet with a taste reminiscent of your favorite margarita cocktail.
Well, that's exactly what it is.
Yep.
That you called it. I mean, that's, you said you wanted the full experience, and that's pretty much it, unless, you add more tequila and pour it in a glass and salt the rim. You're done.
Perfect.
So there you go. That was SipMargs. They don't give us a whole lot of information. So we're just gonna, there you go. For those of you listening to us on iTunes, that was Matt raising his makeshift nominee paddle.
Shoestring budget.
So I gotta make sure he gets those soon because we have no budget at this place. But anyway, that's our take on SipMargs. That's the classic recipe. Stick with us. We're going to go through 4 of their flavors. I understand they have 5. The website says 5. We only got 4. And they do have pricing for bulk pricing as well. But I don't even want to go with that. Do we even know what a price point is on these things?
So I saw $12.99 for a 4-pack on Drizzly, which is like that kind of Uber Eats for alcohol. So the distribution is limited. It looks like it's mostly Florida and the New York City area.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, okay. That explains why you got them.
Yeah, right.
Because Rochester. But anyway, folks, that's our take on SipMargs. That's the classic margarita. Stick with us because we are going to go through the whole entire line, or at least 4 of the 5. And we don't know what we're going to wind up with, because here's what we've discovered. I did a series of these with Eric Zandona in Florida. We discovered that the majority of the flavors are really good, and then there's always one dog.
Ooh,
there's always one that
the one we didn't get.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope so, because right now it seems to be the watermelon expression just does not translate very well.
It really doesn't. No.
That's the trend that we're seeing here at Sipping Off the Cuff, but we could be wrong. So we're going to go through SipMargs and see what we come up with. That's our take. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That gentleman out there is
Matt Mentris in Rochester, New York.
You've been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. Please subscribe if you're watching us on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Give us a like. Subscribe so that way we can be together until death do us part. And you know, whatever you do, that's right. Whatever you do, tomar saya.
Sip wisely.